Composer, playwright and artist Mbongeni Ngema, the Sarafina creator, died in a car accident in the Eastern Cape yesterday. We're now joined by media personality extraordinaire Somizi Mhlongo, who worked with him on Sarafina. Somizi, good afternoon to you. Thanks for joining us at such short notice and for sharing the tribute with Mbongeni Ngema. Interestingly, having to find out if he's born in KwaZulu-Natal, of course, notwithstanding the age difference, how then does he discover a young Somizi Mhlongo? Good afternoon.
Good afternoon, Sisi. Thank you for having me. Okay, I first met Mbongeni when I was like 4 years old. He was in the same play with my mother and my father, Gibson Kente musical. And then moving fast forward, in 1986, he created Sarafina, and my dad was part of the band. He was a band member and a choreographer, and I used to go to rehearsals every day with my dad, and to a point where I ended up staying with the cast, Sarafina, and I was very young then. And then 2 years later, I was about 13 years old. There were auditions for the second cast, Sarafina, where they needed a cast to travel the rest of the world, whilst the first cast was stuck in New York on Broadway. So then I went for auditions. And then when I auditioned, he asked me if my parents knew that I was coming for auditions, because I was like 13 years old. And I lied and I said my parents knew, but my parents were in New York. And then in 1987, in 1988, there were no cell phones. So